Susanne, your turn. I think you made me jealous. I'm not you, but the projects made me jealous about your job. Well, so many interesting projects that you have to follow. By the end of the year, you will be the specialist on autonomous sailing.
Yes, you're right, and I would like to thank you for the opportunity to talk together with my projects. There were already 3 of my projects presented today, and there will be a few others after my presentation also who will present their progress and their results. Today I will present briefly an overview of SINEA, the agency I'm working for, the inland waterway projects we are managing in the waterborne team, and additionally I will address the synergies between the programs SINEA manages and the future funding opportunities, and as we heard, there are others that I will mention. So that was this one. SINEA was established in 1st of April 2021 with the launch of the new multi-annual financial framework. And when SINEA was established, some programs from 2 previous agencies, INEA and IASME, were integrated. We took advantage of the achievements of these 2 agencies, and we currently manage about 2,800 projects, mostly legacy projects. And there's a steady growth of portfolio expected, and we we are planning to manage around 4,500 projects in 2027. As you know, the European Green Deal is European Commission plan to make use economy sustainable, and to do so, the agency's objectives are to turn climate environmental challenges into opportunities and to make this transition just and inclusive for all. SINEA is managing several programs related to this Green Deal, and firstly, it's the most relevant one of today. It's Cluster 5 of the Horizon Europe, covering climate, energy, and mobility research and innovation. Then there are 2 other which are also, 2 or 3 which are also relevant. It's a Connect Europe Facility 2, the following program of Connect European Facility for Transport and Energy. And the Innovation Fund, which reinvests revenues from the emission trading system, which depends on the price of the carbon. I will also address these 2 programs at the end of my presentation, CEF2 and the Innovation Fund, to show synergies and follow-up of Horizon Europe projects you could take into consideration when deploying the results you have developed. Additional to these programs, SINEA also manage the Just Transition mechanisms, the Public Sector Loan Facility Pillar, Renewable Energy Financing Mechanism, and European Maritime, Fishery and Aquaculture Fund. And last but not least, the LIFE program, a well-established Euro-rental program in the European Union. What are the objectives of SINEA? We promote funding and provide advisory services to potential beneficiaries. We engage directly with beneficiaries and stakeholders by supporting them along the whole life cycle of the project. We raise the visibility of the project and program results, and we provide feedback to the European Commission on the program and project results to provide input to design new green policies or to update the policy. We also explore areas for harmonization and synergies between the different programs the agency manages and also beyond. To do so, we have recently elaborated a strategy to create opportunities for our stakeholders using these synergies between the program. Okay, next one. The overview of SINEA's research and innovation project. Out of the around 417 transport and research innovation projects, 14.6% are funded in the waterborne sector. We have 9.5 in the automated transport sector and 8.2 in the urban mobility sector. So projects you will see or hear presented today, they're one of these three sectors. They're not all of the waterborne sector. So in the Horizon Europe projects, we have around, in our waterborne team, we have our waterborne sector, we have around 60 projects with around 980 participants, but that means if a beneficiary is participating in 5 projects, they are counted 5 times. So it's all participants in total, it's 980. These projects are still ongoing or completed. And they're addressing one or more of the following aspects: infrastructure, innovation, innovative shipbuilding and complex value-added specialized vessels, new and improved waterborne transport concepts, energy efficient zero-emission vessels, and safer and more efficient waterborne operations. These are the new projects, the Horizon Europe projects. We have now 31 projects that have already started, and they can be categorized according to fuel cell and batteries, alternative fuel such as ammonia and hydrogen, electrical storage solutions, retrofitting, so fitting existing vessels with these new technologies, safety, wind, and automation. So our Horizon Europe portfolio is clearly developing towards greener as per the sector needs and the policy priorities. But additionally, we're implementing the EC priorities regarding the digitalization. And we have, as you have already heard today, interesting projects that are demonstrating the automation in inland waterways. This is the list. I won't present them, don't worry, Nick. This is a list of the inland waterway projects we manage in SINEA. They are managed within our unit, so it's not only the waterborne sector. You see at the bottom, current direct. It's not a directly waterborne project, but they are focusing on swappable containerized batteries, which is also of interest for the waterborne sector, so that's why we have listed them in the list. You get the list together with the presentation. Skip that.
You forgot a few. You forgot a few.
Yeah.
I don't see needs and I don't see River.
Could be because I said in the unit. So we have several programs. We are structured to certain units. And so we in a clean transport. It could be that they are situated in different projects. But we are trying, as we have this policy on synergies, we are trying now to also communicate within our agency to find out where we have different inland waterway projects. There are also some projects, for instance, in the CEF department. And we are now linking and communicating and exchanging our experiences. Now, next one. I won't present the projects you will hear today, so Autoship you heard. We have also Prominent. It was a project that was completed 2018 already. It focused on identifying best available greening technologies available to the EU fleet and validating onboard tool and land-based tools for ship efficiency and navigation performance. Then it's Synergetics, which is a quite new one. It started beginning of this year, and it aims to demonstrate promising and metro retrofit technologies to develop hydrogen combustion and internal combustion engines. It targets the electrification of ships by means of hybridization of the main propulsion system and electrification of ships by means of development of power management systems for hybrid propulsion. Then the last one on this slide is Fastwater. It's a Horizon 2020 project. It's still ongoing. It is planned to be completed 2024. And the aim is to develop and demonstrate vessels on the vessel methanol technologies on harbor tugboats, pilot boats, coastal guard vessels, and to design methanol-powered river cruise vessel. Second one, I won't address them except STIRA, because you will hear about the other ones. STIRA was already completed 22, and it was focusing on establishing, communicating strategic research and the innovation agenda and the implementation plan for the zero-emission maritime and inland shipping. So then the synergies between the programs we manage in SINEA, to make best use of the synergies, they have to be designed into the program, into the system we implement, we work on. What you can see on this slide is that it is the development, or it starts with projects with a lower tier level, where the ideas are tested, are further developed, and then further implemented in projects, in research and innovation projects, and in innovation projects in Horizon Europe. And then towards the end, when you have reached tier level 6 to 7, we manage programs in SINEA which will help you to further deploy the systems you have, or the results you have developed. We have the Innovation Fund, we have CEF2, and Life Environmental Solutions. Okay. As a development-oriented programs are targeting specific policy objectives and requirements for the projects, a combination of those programs should be looked into in order to find the best set solution for your products or for your solutions you have developed, to ensure that these solutions mature and that these technologies become fully compatible and deployable. One of the more recent established programs is the Innovation Fund. It's very relevant if you want to scale up and deploy innovative technologies, processes, and products that are sufficiently mature, that can bring significant reduction in greenhouse gas emissions, and it is open to transport activities, in particular related to alternative fuels and electrification. And there's a call open with a deadline 31st of August. As for the, sorry, I skipped, yes. As for the other programs, all funding opportunities and requirements can be found on our tender portal, on the tender portal of the European Commission. And you can also search for specific thematic opportunities. So then further funding opportunities, I have listed the ones in cluster 5, destination 5 and destination 6. I did not list the one of you, but yeah, thank you for mentioning it. So there are several which are open right now, where the closing date is approaching very fast, end of 20th of April. You see that the ones which are mostly relevant are the topic 12, and which are addressed specifically in inland waterborne transport 16, and the CSA for inland waterborne transport 17. Then there is also on destination 6, there are 2 open calls on operational automation and on climate resilience for safe maritime ports. The X you see there kind of indicate how much importance inland waterway has. Ah, okay. Oh, I didn't miss it. Okay. It opens in May? Yes. Okay, then thank you. I will update that. But for this one, I'm definitely sure about the deadlines, because these are from the waterborne sector. Then these are then the next wave, which will be opened in December 24, with a deadline in December 23, deadline April 24. And you will see there are again 2 calls which are addressing inland waterways specifically. And also for Destination 6, but I'm not sure about this deadline because, as I was wrong on the other one, we will double check, and for the presentation we will distribute, we'll have the right deadline. How can you participate? You can see there is also the opportunity for beneficiaries to participate and to search for projects, proposals that are in the system. And if you think that there is a proposal that as a inland waterborne expert organization, you can bring added value, you can post this on their proposal on their website or on their portal in order to indicate that you are interested. It could be, for instance, so for one of these calls where you saw that there is a waterborne aspect with 1+. So if you're interested, then you can raise your interest. But I think most of you might know this page. Then this is another program SINEA manage. It's CEF Connecting European Facility. It's CEF2, so it's a follow-up with a new MFF for CEF. It's focused on alternative fuels, infrastructure facility, so recharging, refueling infrastructure, maritime inland waterway vessels, energy bunkering vessels, and there's an open call with several cut-off dates. There's also the addresses maritime ports and inland ports, and there is the river information service, which is addressed the inland single window and inland port communication system, and also it addresses inland waterway infrastructure. The CEF Transport, which is also managed by us, CEF2, they have 102 inland waterway projects funded in CEF1. In CEF2, which is currently ongoing, they have 7 inland waterway projects. And there was a call in 2022 which had what was related to digitalization of inland waterways. And there's another call upcoming in autumn 23. This is an example of a CEF inland waterway project at RISCOMEX. Okay, and then it's the next program. This is, as I already mentioned before, it is the Innovation Fund. The Innovation Fund manages currently 7 large-scale projects, and it also manages 30 small-scale projects with a total grant of 100 million euro. For the waterborne projects are eligible for ships propelled with renewable energy, ports meeting the energy needs by switching to renewable sources. And the next small scale is there's soon a next small scale which would fit probably the sizes of inland waterway projects. You see the dates here. So small scale was launched 30th of March 23, and the deadline is in September. Then there is from the LIFE program, this is the Green Assist service, which is an advisory service at project level, providing specific advice tailored to specific needs of a project developed and promote the green transition. It is not, they do not provide funding, but they provide advisory services. So if you're interested, you find on the SINEA website the possibility to contact the team to get some advice. To conclude, our aim is to support the sector to implement projects helping to reach the Green Deal. And we manage numerous programs of relevance for the sector, so please don't hesitate to contact to explore the best funding opportunity and also to discuss a pipeline of projects toward market deployment. And as there are some of my projects or other projects available, I would like to invite you towards the end of your project to discuss the exploitation of the results and to discuss with your project officer. We really help you to point out and to find further funding opportunities for you. Thank you.
Any questions, remarks, online, here in the audience? No? I have one. Ah, Paola.
I'm sorry, because this is the message I always, I mean, I mentioned this, but I think worth repeating it. I seen the project this morning that there is a strong development of the technologies. What I feel that it lacks sometimes in some projects is the connections to end users. So we have seen along the years, and sorry, but before Commission I was working in an agency, I've been project coordinator, I mean, I had previous lives, and I see that a lot of projects tend to end with the end of the funding. And then a lot of the results that have been developed remained unexploited. So I know CINEA does an excellent job in helping with the exploitation, but I would strongly recommend always to have a link to end users. And we really, really will try to implement these more and more in the calls to have a very serious exploitation case for anything that isn't developed in research activities. Sorry, just my usual message. Thank you.
But an important message, and Alice is picking it up with their call for action, how to do these kind of things better. And I hope they persist in getting this done. And even within Alice, it sometimes fails there in the many projects they have, and it stops when the funding stops, or tends to stop.
It's a practical question from if the recording will be shared. I guess the answer is yes, right?
Yes, 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 yes. Only one question, Susanne. You were mentioning innovation and related to ETS.
The
funding.
trading, the carbon trading.
Yeah, yeah, emission trading system. Now, maritime shipping has to, I wanted to say to suffer from it, to deal with it. Road transport deals with ETS, inland navigation doesn't. Does that mean we can't get any money out of the innovation fund?
I have consulted my colleague in the Innovation Fund. Some of you might know Renata. And she indicated that as long as it is for fuel, alternative fuels, also inland waterway can profit from it.
Okay, that's important to know.
But it needs to be addressed or checked on a specific case-by-case basis.
Yeah, but at least if project proposals would come in, it's not immediately excluded. Oh, it's inland navigation, they don't contribute to the fund, so killed before they even take action. Thanks for the presentation. Nice. Oh, Antoon. No coffee for Antoon.
On the ETS,
Yes.
in shipping, the gross tonnage from where it starts is 5,000 ton. If you want to include inland shipping, then this has to be lowered to 400 tons. But there are a number of European countries who don't like to do this because apparently this gives problems to the inland shipping. However, I would very much like to see ETS also for small vessels, because then the innovation in small vessels will be payable.
That topic is worthwhile, a debate that will last like 6-7 hours, I guess. But it's time for coffee.